Even though I am making this video for YouTube, this is being streamed on Twitch. I've been wanting to, or been meaning to for a while now, to do some older Division stuff, go over my characters and check everything out. I haven't been in this in a little while, so I've been wanting to get recordings of all this in case the game ever shuts down or anything like that. So I have all this stuff to look at. So, anywho, let's see. That's what's going on here. Disable VoIP. Yeah, I don't use any of this bull crap. So, I've got 4 characters, and as far as I know, this hasn't been updated in quite a while. So, let's see. I think this guy's my Firecrest guy, and there's my. I can't remember what the hell he was. Remember, he was a dual role guy, if I remember right. Damn, I'd have to pull up the set and look at it and everything. It's been a while since I messed him. There is my combat paramedic guy. And he's basically like a general cleric guy. And then this is my pure tank. He's a shield tanker in the strongest, most intentional sense of the word. So that's the one I'm going to show off tonight, I think. So I'm going to play maybe Lexington or something with him if I can remember how to, and hopefully I actually get in here. I haven't played Division in quite a while, but I've been excuse me, I've been wanting to go in here and get some recordings, throw them up online, like I was saying earlier, just in case this game goes down at some point, or I can't get back in, or who knows, whatever. So we shall see how this goes. So this pure tank guy, this pure tanker, is on this game my main character. He's the one I started as the first character on this game whenever it came out, 2016 I think, something like that, but it's been a few years now. He's been my main guy, and I have built the utter crap out of this guy. Let me head back inside here real quick.
You are now entering a safe area.
I haven't messed with this in a while, so I can't remember some of the keys. Most interface keys between Div and Division 2 are the same, but I don't expect a lot of players on here. That's right. I'm struggling to try and get him to 290 gear score, which I think is the highest. So he's at 289. I spent an enormous amount of time with this character. In fact, I have never seen a pure shield tanker tougher than this guy. I mean, there's not a lot of them in the Division, and I'm sure there's probably somebody out there who's got a better build than I do. But well, I'm not trying to beat my own chest or anything like that. I do claim this guy to be a high tier, a top tier tank in this game. He runs the defense set, and all 6 pieces will have all the set bonuses, every bit of them. And let's see, as far as mods on the gear, I'm trying to remember exactly how I did it. I tried to use the strongest armor, and I tried to get the stamina up above 10,000 here from what I recall, and have a 700,000 plus toughness to him. Excuse me. Now, one of the things I did on the gear for mods was ballistic shield damage resilience. And I did, I think it's 4 of those. Yeah, 2 in the bag, and then 1 in the knees and 1 in the holster. Again, I haven't played this in a while. So it gives him an additional, was it 20%, I think. Okay, yeah, ballistic shield damage resilience. And what that equates to is the shots that you take to the body are shrugged off. So Let's see if I can remember where this is. It's been a while since I messed with this. Where's the character stuff at? Excuse me. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I'm looking for all my numbers here. Defense set basically gets rid of all these modded version of this. So you just have the basic ballistic shields, all you use. So I have just shy of 2.3 million hit points on it. Damage resistance 45%. This number right there is what allows me to walk into a fight and go straight in and cluster as many of the bad guys around me as possible, kind of like an old school MMO type tanker. Half my video is going to be me coughing. So anywho, yeah, that's what I use, and that's how he's set up here. As far as the skills, I use first aid along with that ballistic shield. Okay. Let's try going somewhere and see what kind of trouble we can get in. First aid booster, I think, is the one that I use. It's one that adds a little bit extra
leaving the safe area.
Damage resistance and some other stuff. As far as the other stuff here, the weaponry and stuff that I'm using on this guy, again, I haven't looked at this in quite a while. I didn't focus much on firearms. It was more of one stamina, and then enough electronics to get a decent shield out of it. But I did set up this converted USC as the SMG to use with the ballistic shield, with its whatever the name of that talent is, and I can't remember that off the top of my head. But talents on it: sustained, killing a target increases your health by 6%. So I capitalize on that. Predatory, I rely on quite a bit. So once I get that first kill, and that's one of the tricks I do, is I'll go for the weakest enemy, usually like a sniper or something like that. Once I get that, then I've got that 20% steady regen back on my guy. And it looks like on this SMG I re-rolled the last talent into talented. Killing a target with this weapon increases skill power by 15% for 20 seconds. And I think that translates over into the booster first aid, and not so much in the shield itself. So that's what I'm using there. The primary I use a showstopper, just because I'm a shotgun guy and I love it. And then the pistol I've got, if I can remember where the heck it is, there it is. It's a 286 first wave P of 45, and it has the health type of talents on it. Predatory is sustained. Sustain's a pretty good one. It's just a health on kill type thing. But Predatory is the one that I rely on a lot. So I'll try to get that extra kill in, and it aids in my survivability pretty immensely. I don't have to have it, but any little bit helps. You know what I mean? Especially when you're going up against stronger enemies.
Readings indicate an echo nearby.
From what I recall, I cannot remember if this type of character is effective in legendary stuff. So there, got my predatory buff, so I can practically stand out here for forever. And they're not going to do a damn thing to me. These guys are scrubs anyway. You know, but this guy has a truckload of hit points and toughness and damage resistance and stuff. I mean, he's as close to a pure tank as you can really get in this game. It used to be that the shield builds were not very good. Earlier on in the game's history, everything was so catered towards DPS, and it really just sucked. Let's see. I'll do Queenstown Camp. This interface is slightly different than what I'm used to playing Division 2. But anywho, so playing a shield guy was harder to pull off during that time. It just didn't work right, and there were bugs with the shield, and it would go down often, and and all that. There was no good real, this is not where I wanted to go, there was no good real split. I think it was Lincoln Tunnel actually is the one that I wanted. There was no good real split between your DPSers, your healers, and your tanks. You know, the Holy Trinity, as it were. But later in the game, after they did a lot of balance passes and things like that and bug fixes, they kind of made those rules a little bit more pronounced. So the ability to really get in here and play a full tank really was fleshed out. And you know, me and several others who got into that niche really really liked it. You know, really started working our thing, and then they added the defense set. And added the frontline talent and other stuff to it, and made the shield very, very powerful. So this is challenging. I'm going straight in, and I haven't played this in probably a year. So first thing I do is I focus on one guy, get that predatory going. Now here's the ballistic shield damage resilience. Check this out. I'm getting hits all over the place. I'm taking all sorts of abuse. So I could do my little first aid if I wanted to, or I could just stay in the fight. But I don't really have to do much here. You know, and this is a real tank. He is really, really high on threat, and really, really high on defense and damage resistance and stuff like that, and low on DPS. So my job is to grab as much aggro as possible and stand out in the front line. If I need a heal, pop booster first aid. That adds 15% more damage resistance to me for however long the duration of the buff is. But most of the time I'm just keeping Predator running. And the other neato potato thing about this is that Predator buff, from what I recall, will also do a regen on the shield as well. And I think that was one of the set bonuses from the defense set. This set's amazing. It's just, I mean, it makes tanking in this game possible. It's good to be playing this again. I had so many hours of this guy trying to get a decent tank build. So everybody builds defense, or on their defense, everybody builds DPS builds in this game. And it's kind of nice to be able to do something that's a support role in a shooter game, you know. So yeah, I can just stand out here and take all this abuse. But again, I mentioned doing the legendary, and I have not done it in a long time, and I know it's markedly harder than this. I just can't remember by what degree. It's been a long time since I messed with it. One thing I do like to do, once I get a lot of aggro on these guys and they get into melee range, I like to drop nades on them. That's kind of a fun thing to do. So you get a healer in this that throws some first aid down from time to time, get a couple of DPS, and your tank's unstoppable. You can just go right straight into anything you want. I used to play this mission a couple of years ago when I was building this guy over and over and over and over on challenging solo, and this was my test ground for the build. This is the one that I used to do over and over and over just to try and perfect it, see what I can modify, you know, get gear drops, re-roll stuff, whatever. I have to remember that on this game, I can't just simply throw the shield away. Division 2, you can do that.
Captain, they're breaking for the tunnel. They're shooting.
You can throw the shield out and it goes into a health regeneration thing, but on this one, it actually goes into skilled cooldown. So there's a few differences in this. That's right, I'm gonna go around this way. Good thing about that that booster shot is adds a little bit more damage resistance to you. So in case you need it, you got it. So I got my predatory buff going. Boom. It does seem to help quite a bit. Too used to the new game. See, was it hold the G down? There's my frags. Okay. Only one thing about this is you're spitting out a lot of hate with your SMG, so you got to kind of keep an eye on your ammo. I think I'll clear this and I'll go over to Lexington, so it's one of my favorite ones to test on as well. And one of the neat things they did on this game to accentuate the whole pure tank type role is the threat level they added to the ballistic shield user, and then also on this game at least the mods that you can do on your pistol and rifle muzzles and what have you for additional threat. So it makes it a lot easier to do this tank role because you get a lot of aggro. I want all the aggro on me. I want these punks shooting at me because I want my DPS dudes who usually can't take much hits to dish out all the real hate. Yeah, get over yourself. You ain't gonna kill me. Always aim for the head. Where's the pistol? I can't remember. It's 3, isn't it? Oh, that's right. I can't swap to it while I run out of ammo. I have to go into cover and then go to the pistol manually first. That's right. I don't know if they'll make in Division 2 the threat mechanics and tanking similar. Been working on the guy over there. But I've not been able to replicate him to this this type of this type of tanking glory. There you go, buddy. About to be bingo on this SMG. I'll even run at you, buddy. Come on. What you got? Another good mission to test this on is Russian Consulate. Against those dudes. I can't remember the name of them, but they're pretty damaging. They're pretty tough. I can't exit out of this yet, so we'll keep going. Whatever. There's some other stuff in tanking on this you can learn how to do. It's takes a little bit of practice, but you can basically kite mobs around too and cluster them up and all that. And one of the things I like to do, it's hard to, a little bit more difficult to do it on a mission like this with less open ground, but stuff in like the tunnel missions, the underground and all that, I like to cluster them up and swing them around and get their backs to the DPS guys. And they tend to stick back behind and dish out damage and stuff, and I'll run up in there and I'll turn them around 180 degrees and get their backs exposed. Done.
Captain
Good.
Benitez, this is Fei Lau. We
Oh,
are division
Fei Lau,
agents,
I remember
and we have
her.
eliminated
Let's
the threat
see.
to the perimeter. I'm patching you into our comms.
There we go. Let's go to Lexington and fire that up from the beginning here. Yep, I have missed playing this guy. Well, actually, you know what? I wonder if I can What if there's even enough players on where I can get into a
That's good news, but we still
bit
got
of
plenty
thing
of
here.
bad.
Let's...
Some of those bastards made it through and they're planting explosives on the tunnel floodgates.
Okay.
They're trying to get out come hell or high water. If those bombs go off,
Let's see if this
you
works.
know which one we're
We're
gonna
getting
get.
a group of randos if anybody's on. There may not be. I think most everybody's doing the Call of Duty stuff right now. So, might just be me. Let me try this on a quick matchmake instead. Heck, I might be the only one on. I'll see if I can do a demonstration of some of the cutting stuff in here and show how that works, if it's possible. Yeah, there might not even be anybody on. Okay, how about this? Okay, screw it. Let's just go in.
This is about taking the Rikers out at the knees. There's no one who can replace Lorraine Barrett. She's the one who organized the escape to Manhattan.
They're holding 3 of my people there. If you can get them out.
Part of the job of being a tank is being mindful of the field of play.
Get them out first.
So I know I got 2 dudes on my left and I got multiple guys on the right.
Field break ends here.
So, best course of action is to try and get them all in front of you. Now, normally, if I had DPS guys behind me, I would be doing this, swinging around, like yay, strafing over to the side and trying to get these guys' backs to my dudes over at the entrance instead. You don't have to worry about grenades. You don't have to worry about nothing when you're like this. You're practically invincible.
Has joined your team.
There we go. Got somebody in here. Surprised there's even anybody else in here. All right.
Jesus, thank you. I didn't think I was going to make it. They've still got others inside.
Let's go, Stevie, or whatever your name is. I'll let's see. Where are you? Where is he?
Alert. An agent is leaving the team.
Okay. Well, let's see. Nope. Can't matchmaking. So some of these tighter rooms are they're really good for this role. One thing I like to do is make the initial noise. So I'll run in and start shooting early on. I want them looking at me.
I kill fools like you in my sleep. Bombs away!
Missed. One of the things that's really good about this defense set is when you're doing melee, you actually hit pretty damn hard. And normally in a group like this, I'd let a DPS guy handle this, and I'd be up there up front to try and grab all the aggro that spits out once this wave is done.
Warning. Incoming
there.
hostiles detected.
I'll pull up my guy's character stats page after all this is done. If I can remember how to do it.
Warning. Additional hostiles inbound.
And normally I'd already be up here. and I'd be up in here, turned around like this, up against the wall, like your classic MMO tank. Be holding as much aggro as I can while the DPS guys are on the other side of the room there. You fat piece of crap. Come here, huh? What you got there, buddy? You're tickling me. I'll go pop in Russian Consulate after this and run it, and then I'll conclude this. I have no idea how long this video is going to wind up being. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. Go away. Okay, let's see. I'm done there. Okay, Russian Consulate. Now it's General Assembly. There we go. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's kind of an off way to play this game. I think this game's intended to be a you know, shooter, DPS damage type thing. But the fact that they did a lot of this work to spread the roles out, you know, make it possible to do healers and tanks and all that's really, really cool. I think it really added to the replayability of the game, in my opinion.
Agent,
Screw the alarm.
intercepting LMB radio chatter. It sounds like they picked up the
That's right, I'm here.
like we did. Scoop the consulate.
Come here,
and try to
shotties.
locate him. We'll let you know if we ID any likely hiding spots.
Remember, I have a buff that occurs when killing those dudes. I just can't remember what it is. I have not used my heal yet. I'm saving it. Now, the shotgunners on this mission are the worst ones. They're a little bit easier to kill, and they do a lot of DPS, so I tend to focus on them primarily. Unless there's some big heavy out or something like that. Hello, cleric. All right, let's see.
What the hell? Come on.
Warning. Hostiles inbound on your position.
Hostile is in the open.
Shotties are the priority. There we go.
Focus fire. What the hell?
guys can be a little bit of a pain in the butt sometimes. Just die. Again, this guy's not an actual real big DPSer. He does numbers. I mean, he's not worthless, but you know, I mean, real DPS guys will be shredding through these guys. It takes me a while.
Warning. Hostiles inbound on your position.
So one thing I try to keep an eye on while I'm keeping an eye on the field and when I'm attacking stuff is that predatory buff, and it's up 20 seconds. So it's a nice little steady small health regen. I'm not going to say no to it, you know. I tried all sorts of different sets and all sorts of different stuff on this, and what I wound up falling on as the best tank was the defense set. Obviously, a lot of that's because of the talents from it that aid in ballistic shield damage resistance, or resilience rather, and then the increase to the hit points. You know, it's I think my shields I would get up to like 700, 800,000, maybe a million. This one is left over 2 million. It's like 2.25, I think. So the combination of the two is a really, really stout thing. Okay. So there we go. Let's see. I don't know why these numbers are up like that. It should be on highest tier. But anyway, there we go. I haven't played this game in long enough, so I'm sure somebody's going to go down there and comment and tell me. That's right. I re-rolled on health because that was the major thing for getting toughness, and I got lucky in getting a 2,000 armor vest. Ballistic shield damage resilience 10%. That's a good thing. Ballistic shield health is increased by 7% for every 3,000 stamina. So it was a matter of getting past 9,000 stamina to get the biggest shield health boost. I remember now. Melee damage is increased by 2,000% all over healing the player receives is applied to the ballistic shield as well. That's fantastic. After reaching a damage threshold from receiving physical or exotic damage, the ballistic shield grants a buff to the player and all group members within 15 meters for 6 seconds. The duration of the buff is increased by 2 seconds for every 3,000. So there you go, 21 seconds. Physical damage armor is increased by 30%. So pretty damn good stuff. When at 9,000 stamina, ballistic shield health is increased by 200%. So there you go. So it really compels you, the builder, to roll health on all of your dudes. Try to get as much stamina as possible. So I think it is combinations of stamina mods and ballistic shield damage resilience is what's used on this build. Let me find out again real quick. Yep, stamina mods, health. That's what it was. I remember wrestling with these things, trying to get as much in there as possible. The skill power thing, I think I used it to rebalance up because it was just slightly too low. I want to say the number of 2,700 was what I was running into, and I need to get it above that. So this is how you go straight in. Just boom. Doesn't matter what's out in the field, you just go straight in, head on at it, and don't be scared of them. They ain't gonna do nothing to you. Get that first kill in to get your predatory up. Allows you to walk around a little bit more easily in the field. And around like this is exactly what would be happening. I'd have 2 or 3 DPS guys behind me, and I'd be doing this, pulling these guys over into me to shoot me, get their backs behind them. I'm really glad they did this. mentioned it earlier, but I'm glad that they made these type of changes in this game. I always wanted to play a really good, serious tank in this. So I saw the potential for it. And they added in the flamer set and all that, at least the earlier one, and made it possible to play, you know, real healer cleric style type builds on here. It's like, damn, they get this stuff going with the tank as well. So you basically just walk around like a wall.
Shit. You're making it too easy.
Get your head down.
Am I still on matchmaking? I am on matchmaking. Okay. Killing tech items, turrets, kicks that predatory buff off. I remember now, that predatory talent. And anything else having to do with kill stuff. Just die. You know what? Just go away.
Warning. Hostiles inbound on your position.
Right where I want you.
I think the server room on this mission is my favorite part.
Support is now allowed. Get back! See what you got!
Warning. Hostiles inbound on your position.
It would be nice if I can get a group, but it's like there's nobody playing the game anymore, so I guess it's a good thing that I came in here and got this, got all this stuff on video. Because if it goes down because there's no player base, then at least I can come and look back at this.
What to tell you to look for.
I was
Janko
not
will have been working
streaming when I was
somehow
playing
even
this.
through this. So notes, journals, anything like that, be on the lookout, okay?
Straight in. Where's that station at? There it is. Boom.
Come on, focus fire. Take that hostile down.
was a guy up here. So as you can tell, it takes a while to peel all this down
Your shade tech's
when
picking
you're
up a lot
solo
of
like
hardware.
this.
What the hell are the Russians doing with all that processing power?
Under normal circumstances, probably spying. Now, odds are Chernenko's using all those processors to run some analytic models of the virus.
Let's see. Just a recap on numbers here. 2.284 million hit points, 45% damage resistance, 200% threat increase. That just comes with the set itself. And I use the booster shot, first aid. That's the one of choice. Where you are? There you are. And I don't use it because I need a lot of healing, but it's a combination of that plus the
Establishing uplink.
the damage resistance. Because if
We're
I'm
pulling
having
out
to use
data.
it means that I'm starting to get
What
hit
is
pretty
this,
hard,
Doctor?
It's
or I'm in a more challenging
mapped
fight.
RNA files. I don't know for what, but it's Chernenko's genomic data by the truckload. Agent, I need that. I need all of it.
Warning. Countermeasures detected. Establishing. Warning. Network privileges revoked.
We've been hacked.
Where's it gone? Agent, the data's stopped.
We've been hacked. Agent, whatever did that to you was shade tech, which means there's someone in your vicinity using shade tech, which makes them our new target. Reacquire that tech and Chernenko's data with it, any way you see fit.
Frag grenades are your friend. Well, any grenades are your friend when you play this type of role. You can get some of these guys to cluster up around you. These guys are more of a range thing. They tend to sit at range, except for the shotties. They'll get right up in your face. But more of the... I guess the cleaners. The cleaners are a little annoying when you play a tank because they keep you on fire and you can't shoot a lot. But you will hold aggro. But the other dudes, those morons, what are they called? Can't remember. But those guys in the tunnels, those gangbagger type dudes, they're pretty fun to play with. You get like 5 or 6 of them around you and you frag the crap out of them, really piss them off. You know what? This is frivolous with that stupid thing up. Alright. I popped my first aid there. Did not have to do that yet. Oh, come on. Division 2, those are armor, so it's a little bit different on this game. Oh, I heard a jingle, jangle, jingle. What do we got? Thank you for the follow. Fees, won't even. Cool name, man. Yeah, this is my first time streaming a First Division game. I haven't done this, haven't played it in probably, oh geez, a year, maybe even longer than that. But I've got all these built guys on here, and I'm a little bit nervous that this game will eventually go down, and so I wanted to get some video of this, and I figured, in taking the video, I'd just stream it instead. So here we are. Let's see what you got. Used to play this a lot. Yeah, we all did. We started this in beta, and there was a group of like 6 of us or something, and we played the hell out of this all the time. You know, I'm the only one who built a tank. We had a couple of guys who built healer dudes and all that. What the hell is hitting me? Oh, these fucking dudes from my back. Jerk off. Come on. Let's get some. Give me just a second. I can clear this dude with the shotty and this other guy here. whatever. Get out of here. Just go home. There. Okay, now I can read what you're talking about here. Let's see. Was curious what your stats are because you don't take any damage. It's well, there's a combination of things I use. The set is the D3-FNC, the defense set, and all the I have the most amount of bonuses I can get out of it because it all caters to like 3,000 stamina here and there and stuff like that. Let me get this crap killed real quick and I'll show you. So the trick on this, from what I remember, as I'm playing it more and starting to remember some of this, was to get at least 2,700 electronic. There was some reason for it. I think predatory talent or something that I have. Not predatory talent. I remember there was something that required it. I can't remember what it is, but that and then getting past 9,000 stamina. So all the mods, all the gear mods are stamina mods save 1. It was a skill power one, and that was to get the skill power up to 2,900 something. And then I got the stamina up to just past 10,000. So here, hang on a minute. Here we go. 700,000 toughness, 10.2k stamina, 2,900 electronics, 2,900 firearms. And then the other reason I'm not taking hardly any damage at all is the mods that I'm using on holster, knees, and the 2 in the back here. 5% ballistic shield damage resilience, and that's an additional 20% on top of the 15 that you get by using the shield, and then the additional 10% is one of the set bonuses on this set. So it is. I'm going to get killed probably standing here, but whatever. There you go. 2.28 million hit points, 45% damage resistance. That's what allows me to be able to go straight into a glob of guys and get hit in the back and all that. He's not invincible. He can be killed. You get enough crap on him and I can get killed. But I rarely use heals. I rarely use the medkits or anything like that. And I played this guy like an old school like EverQuest and WoW tank. You know, I do the whole things with holding aggro and kiting and putting the backs to our DPS guys and that whole thing. Oh, you annoying bastards. You know, whatever. Just there. Can you just die now? That reminds me of a mission at the subway where one of these or 2 of these shield dudes spawned in electrical cables that were going nuts, and so they were permanently like buzzed and everything. They're electrified. It was funny. I just stood there for like 5 minutes and laughed at it and watched them. Let's see what you got. 40% reduction from the D3 against elites. Right, yeah, there's an additional, yeah. So, yeah, it makes this guy even stronger. I mean, it's just, yeah. You still do a lot of DPS, you know. I mean, it's the classic trade-off. You know, you get your tank and your aggro and all that, yay, that's cool. But you don't do a lot of DPS. And so, it takes a long time to clear a room like this. Especially when it comes to these punks right here. Just go away there. So you have less DPS in the group, but vastly more survivability, especially if your tank is playing it right. If he's charging straight in, if he's trying to corral the bad guys and
assessing security system
and all that, which it's not always 100% possible, but you can usually peel a lot of guys off. You just have to be aggressive in your play. So in this, even though I'm doing this solo, I'm kind of simulating how I would play it. I go straight in, shooting, trying to get as much aggro as possible. I want the shotties, the first wave of guys on me, because then our guys in the group can kill these dudes while I stand here and take the punishment. Get out of here. Oops. Just died. The talents I'm using on this SMG, part of what helps with the survivability, the main one being predatory, 35% total health reduction, or total health recovery over 20 seconds. So it's basically like a mid-grade hot heal over time. So one of the things I do is I try and get to the lowest hit point, quickest, easiest mob to kill. So like this versus like the sniper. If there was a sniper guy, I'd go after him first. And then get that first kill in, get that predatory buff going on his 20 seconds. And that's only going to help, because that's constantly fighting against the abuse that you're making. Other thing that helps, if I remember in this game, taking down turrets and stuff like that will trigger any of those on-kill type of talents. Whatever. Deal with those guys later. Yeah, I can take you all. It's just gonna take me a while. You prick. Come here. Let's see, I played a lot of sets. My favorite was Ninja Bike Bag with random stuff and stacking damage to elites with a bullfog. That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't get as much into the DPS sets. I built one guy that uses Firecrest. Had a lot of fun with him. He's basically like a fireball throwing wizard. He was a lot of fun, but he was silky as hell. He got killed really easy. So I had to stay at range and throw hate out that way. Woo! Getting close. This is the tough room in here. Damn it. Whatever. I'll be just fine. There you go. Come here, Shoddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Thank you very much. Tough room. I might wind up dying here. Freaking shotties are hell. Whenever in the Nomad set, I didn't worry about this. I just sat and stayed in the fight. Bingo. Damn it, I'm bingoing those. I ain't going down without a fight. Freaking pricks. Nope, I did not.
I need to reload this now.
Have you other guys here named Lopez? Okay, let's go tanks. Come on. I don't have any mates, do I? Damn it. What am I playing on? Challenging. I can't remember. I think this one still did legendary and heroics, or heroic if I remember right. It's been so long since I played this. I barely remember how to do this. It took me a few minutes to remember numbers and why I had stats set up the way I did. And when I finally parked to this guy and said, he's done. There's nothing else I can really do to him. Just die, you prick.
Where are your friends?
Grief. Go grab that boss and get outside.
Alert. Intercepting transmission.
Or no, I gotta hit the
Hornet,
room
copy.
that would for
Hornet
the
to Scotty 1, we copy.
Hornet
My
out.
mainframe alarm was
That's the only thing I
tripped.
remember
I'm
from
on my
this.
way in. No need, sir. The Russian's locked up in some kind of safe room, but he can't hold out much longer. We have JTF on site, but it's nothing we can't handle. It's not JTF.
Yeffies, we
way.
normally
Hornet
play
out.
Division 2 and ARC and stuff. I'm kind of a varied streamer guy. I do a lot of stuff, but we're in Division 2 right now. And my guy there I'm working on is a shield guy with the technician specialty once I finish unlocking it, since I didn't buy it. And I like it quite a bit. I don't know over this game or not. It plays slightly differently than this one, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. It's a good game. What are you shooting at there, BDC? Good grief. Where's that thing at?
Another agent has joined your team.
Come on in, DA only one DP OG. Where's that damn thing at? Oh, there it is. Yeah, get out of my way, whatever.
Warning. Hostiles inbound on your position.
There we go. Now we've got somebody in here. Can operate properly instead of just freewheeling everything.
I'll take every last one of you.
There we go. Keep us back to my guy. There we go. Good deal. All right, let's see what we got here.
Go away now.
Yeah.
Can you make him hear me? Vitaly, it's
I'm hoping all the
Dr.
audio and
Jessica
stuff on
Candle
this
from
is
New
good.
York. We spoke at
It's my first time
Info
streaming
after
it, so I don't know if
your
I've got
talk. I know
it
you, and you know
set
my
up right
work.
in
Dr.
Streamlabs.
Campbell, do you have my notes? Are they safe?
Vitaly, it's okay. We're here to help you. Can you open the door?
Okay.
All right, so what I'm going to do here is
Vitaly, what's going on? That was a breaching charge.
I'm going to do a little bit
Move,
more
agent.
of a demonstration on trying to corral and
Accessing
kite
security
mods
system.
or mobs since we've got DA1 and the only one DPOG guy here.
Alert. Intercepting transmission.
This is Hornet Boss.
He's going to go for the ammo box, and I'm going to skip it. So I'm going to get up in front of him.
We're ready to extract.
Oh, he didn't go for the ammo box.
How about our friends? They're close. Permission to engage? Granted.
I'm going to get the first shot off.
Let's see what the second wave.
Make noise. First aggro. Okay. He's on my left shoulder. Grab the aggro of the snipers. Yeah, this guy's hit hard. There. Go run out and grab Boss and everybody else. Ooh, damn. I'll go ahead and pop my SIG on this one. Okay, since he's back there, I'm going to try and grab as much of this as I can. He's got one guy on him. Just die. Good grief. Okay, alright. What else we got? Shoddy guys.
Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
I got you. Oh, you prick. What the hell is that? Don't worry about him. I'm going up here. Nope. Get off my guy. Prick. There we go. That one got a little bit squirrely. He moves around quite a bit too. But that's basically it. Pretty easy. Nothing to it. It's just pain in the butt getting the build right on this. Let's see. Cool. That's pretty good. Unless this guy wants to do something else, I'll probably wind up calling it. I think I've been on this long enough here. Oh, where's Hornet's body? I might as well finish this stupid thing. There it is.
Alert. Shade technology detected. Syncing with Shade technology. Database accessed. Establishing uplink.
I'm getting the files off that agent's Shade tech.
Let's see, 1 hour in. Yeah, it's pretty good. Be a decent long video. I was only intended to be in here about 20 minutes, but
Not that good.
well, whatever.
Chernenko taken out
Anyway.
from under our noses.
Last look at stuff here.
I've got his notes. I don't need them.
Eh,
At
I've
least
got his
not
notes.
yet. Oh, there's so
Oh,
much good data in here.
Sustained, predatory, talented. Talented, I think I wanted self-preserved, but I didn't get it if I remember properly. Straight defense set, all 6 pieces. Past 9,000 stamina, so getting as much health and all that I can. Let's see, and all the gear pieces are rolled on health, and I think I topped them all out, if I remember right. Highest item level in the game is 290. I got 289. I don't know how else I can really improve this thing. As far as mods on the gear, I've got one, I think, for skill power. There's your ballistic shield damage resilience. That's an additional 20% on that. So, yep. There you go. Pretty cool. And I think I am out. So, appreciate you guys watching. For those that are watching this on YouTube, please hit those like and sub buttons and leave any comments or questions down below. And if you want to criticize the build, go right ahead, but it doesn't mean I'm going to answer you. So, appreciate you watching. I think that's it for me. And V's, appreciate the follow, man. That was a lot of fun. I'll talk at you soon. See you guys.